Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ms. Marisol Blanco. I am a third-year 5th grade teacher here in Houston, Texas, and today's vlog is a how do I grade vlog. More specifically, the system that I use for grading, because I did have a comment saying, how do you grade? I have like 96 kids. I have 21 kids. What is your system for grading? Now, everybody has one already that they develop, something that works for them, but there are some, people that are coming into the world of education, or maybe you have some new ideas, because this is not the same idea that I had my first year and my second year. This is completely new this year. So I do want to go ahead and I want to show you guys the system that I am using for this year. So let me go ahead and jump right in. So I want to start with showing you guys my checklist, basically. So I have a mini checklist. Now this is mostly used, like perfect example, the Thanksgiving packet. We are required by our school to have a Thanksgiving packet, and I did not have like a checklist or something, anything like that. So what I did, let me scoot in here. What I did was I created a mini roster checklist, and as you can see, I took away all of my kids' name and just put last name and then first name. Up here on the bar would be the title of the assignment, so I would put Thanksgiving packet. Here is my homeroom, and then here is the other teacher's homeroom. And then as they would turn it in, I would put a little check mark here. Now this is used, and you can kind of see how big it is. Now if you wanted to, you could decrease this into 3 to make it fit. Like let's say you have 3 classes of 25, or what you could also do is you can also put them on the back as well, so 2 more would fit on this side. So you would have 4 in total. Now I love doing this, especially for big major projects. For example, like the Thanksgiving packet, we also did have our PBL that we just completed. We also did have our writing project. So whenever they give it to me after like a week of working on it, then I would actually check it off and see who am I missing, who am I not missing. So this I created just on Google Sheets. That's pretty much the entire application that I used. It was just pretty much a table of 2 by 2 with this spread out a little bit more, and simple black and white. And I think it just looks so nice and simple and not confusing, because sometimes checklists for me look a little bit more confusing. Now I want to go ahead and show you the next checklist. This is more of a list than a checklist, I would say. This is the next one that I want to show you guys. So this is my grading checklist. So we have a program called Skyward. I don't know how many of you guys use it, but basically that's our operating system for entering grades, doing attendance, all that fun stuff, student list, student names, student addresses, all the shebang. And every week, for myself as a 5th grade ELAR teacher, I have to put in 4 reading assignments, 2 English language arts grades, 2 spelling, 2 writing, and then 2 social studies. So in total, that is 12 grades. Yes, 12 grades. So obviously that's a lot, and for each assignment you need to have a specific name. So I created this checklist. So this checklist, I basically put 2 on 1 page, just because in each cycle there's I want to say 6 to 9 weeks. So obviously I wanted to kind of save space, and then I would put some on the back as well, but this time I just forgot to. But I would start with the week of, so I would put the Monday, so I would put 11/28. Let me go ahead and do that for you guys so you guys can actually see it. Okay, so this is what I mean by putting the date, so 11/28 through 12/02, and then on the bottom I would put next week's one. Let me go ahead and do that right now. All right, just like this, I would put next week's. And then, well, I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to show you the one that I currently have right now for the week before Thanksgiving. So let me go ahead and pull that out. All right, so here is for November 7th through November the 11th, and this one is November the 14th through November the 18th. So as you can see, this one is completely filled out. And what I do with the check marks is once I have it in Skyward in the program, then I just check it off just to make sure, give myself a little bit of security. And then as you can see, I basically do very, very simple naming assignments, nothing too complicated. I usually do like the name of the paper that I give them, or I do like participation or social studies, chapter 3, lesson 2. And then as you can see, the one on the bottom is also filled out. The only one I need to fill out is that one. I need to think of another spelling assignment name, but everything else is filled out. And the reason why this one does not have any check mark is because this one is not in the system yet. I'm currently actually grading right now, and I'm gonna put it in Skyward when I can. So that is my checklist for the assignment names. Now, here's the next one, which is for the assignment grades. Now, before I move on, because my battery might die, so I might have to continue this tomorrow, some days we do have short weeks, like the first 2 weeks of school, we only have to put in half our grades, as well as like the last week of school or any kind of week that is kind of really short, like Thanksgiving, the week before Thanksgiving. So I do have some versions of the checklist where there's only half of the grades. So instead of 12, it's 6. So I have 4 here. And then this one has a full week of 12 grades. And then at the bottom, it's a short week for 6th grades. So I do have all 3 versions, but typically this is the one that I use because usually it's all grades every week. All right, now this one is going to be the actual grade template. Now, the year before, my first and second year, I used to have one paper only. It used to be landscape, and would be all of the students' name here, all of the assignment names here, and then all of the grades down here, you know, filed out. I did like it because it did save me paper. It was only one paper, like front, and then the other homeroom on the back. But overall, it just felt confusing to me. I didn't really like it. I always got confused. I accidentally put like a grade for this student because the assignment checklist would be over here and then the name would be here. It was just a disaster. It worked for that year, but I knew I wanted to improve on it for this year. So we have come up with a new and improved system. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. So this one does require 3 pieces of paper, front and back. So in total it's 6, but 3 front and back. This honestly is the best that I've ever come up with. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to start with my homeroom. So as you can see, we have my homeroom. We have the assignment. We have week of, so I would put 11/29 through 12/02. We have all of the students' names down here. And then in these boxes below, right here, I would put the assignment name. And then these ones here, these little boxes here, these are for check marks. So I can kind of show you a little bit, not too much. So, kind of. Let me see if I can show y'all. So, for example, as they turn it in or as I grade it, they're basically, I give them a check mark and then I give them a grade. So that's how it's supposed to look. So this is for reading. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here on this side is 2 for ELA and then 2 for spelling. And then I have 2 for writing and then 2 for social studies. And then on the back, this is for the other homeroom, so that way, you know, I can have social studies and writing together. So 2 for writing, 2 for social studies for the other homeroom. And then this is for the other homeroom. Here's 4 for reading, and then 2 for ELA, and then 2 for spelling. So yes, even though it is 3 pieces of paper, it gives my mind a sense of, okay, I have it all set. And what really changed the game was the check marks as they give it to me. So like right here, currently I just finished grading this stack of papers. As they give it to me, all right, let's say Carla, she's my student, check mark, I have it, check mark, and then I look at it, I give her an 80, 90, whatever she deserves, and then I put it to the side. All right, next one. All right, Johnny over here. All right, check mark. All right, grade 90. All right, pass it over, and so on, so on. And that's how I do my grading system. And then as I will see, all right, Johnny S., I did not see your homophones worksheet. Do you have it? Because I don't have a check mark for you. They look for it in their binder, and guess what? It's probably in their binder or their folder or in their desk, or they just lost it at home. So it keeps me, it's a tracker as well as a grader, as well as, you know, keeping up with attendance or, you know, a grade and all that. Because I like to put absent if they missed that day, so I know that I will not have that grade for them. I have to have it the next day when they return. So that's